So, obviously, since Ricochet left WWE, there's been a lot of people that were criticizing him. They've also jumped on the bandwagon of hating Samantha simply because Samantha left too, and they think he was somehow responsible.
You
That's
fickle
not true.
pickles.
But
Fickle pickles.
I hate to kind of laugh, and maybe I shouldn't say laugh, but I don't even know, scoff at this idea. But he did an interview and he was saying how he wants to be able to prove that he can carry a company, that he can put a company on his back and be that guy. And it's not getting well received, obviously. I think if we were talking about Ricochet is insanely talented. I mean, we loved watching him in the ring, so it's like I'm not taking anything away. I prefer his style in WWE. If I'm being honest, the matches that he's been doing in AEW ain't what I want to see. Okay, I don't. That one with Lio Rush, holy moly, no, thank you. But I think that he is a dreamer, thinking that he could carry AEW. I'm not saying it is something he could never do. If we're talking about, like, you know, at the height of the black and gold era when they brought in Ricochet and it was like, oh my God, you got Ricochet. You know what I mean? Like, it was a holy shit moment. If you were talking about him going and like being the face of an NXT potentially at some point, absolutely. So do I think back then he could carry AEW if they were around? Absolutely. But if we're talking about 2024, when they have Will Ospreay and Okada, the Young Bucks, Christian Cage, MJF, like Adam Cole, bro, you have no space to think that you can carry that company. And that's the thing, is like, I admire the ambition, I admire the belief in himself and the confidence and whatever. But I also feel like you need to know your place, and you also need to be aware of who's around you. You're never going to be bigger than those guys because some of them are AEW loyalists. There are people who have been there since the start. Like, you're never going to get bigger than them. And I say that in a respectful way. Like, I'm not saying it in like, I don't mean it to be mean, but you know, it's like somebody coming in and thinking that they're going to be bigger than The Undertaker in WWE. You're going to be bigger than John Cena. Like, you can't, like, or you're going to, you know, it's like you want to come in and be a bigger face of the company than Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes right now. Like, it's just not going to happen. It's not.
I don't see him carrying a company, but definitely being in the main event picture, especially in AEW. You know, that's what the alternative is for. He just needs to establish himself with that fan base. And
Do you think
you
there's
know, his
room
style
for
is,
him though?
yeah, there's room for him. The way they're trending, yes. Like, because you're going to see Will Ospreay. I would think Okada's going to get the belt at some point. You know, Kyle Fletcher. You're going to see those guys rise to the top of AEW very soon and be in that main event picture. Even Shelton Benjamin. Fuck it. I could see
Well, they just
Shelton
brought in
Benjamin.
Bobby Lashley too.
That's what I'm
So
saying. Like, they can all hang. Ricochet can hang with all those guys.
I'm not disregarding that. I'm just thinking, if we're talking about the pecking order of like who is going to be the upper echelon of AEW and be like,
Takeshi.
It's like I don't see him being. I see him being further down the line than he thinks he is what I'm saying. I think they're going to prioritize having other people be towards the top in the main event and the face of the company. I don't think that's going to be Ricochet. And that's why I'm saying, like, I don't mean it in any sort of disrespectful way, but I feel like if it came down to who do we want to be the face of Collision, let's just say, Bobby Lashley or Ricochet. Are we being, come on, they're going to choose Bobby Lashley. That's what I'm saying. So again, I appreciate the ambition, and like, I hope that he can thrive and stuff in AEW if that's what he wants to do. I just don't know how close he is to actually accomplishing this goal that he has.